Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 8 video, bringing you DIALGA. Now, DIALGA is actually one of those Pokemon, one of those restricted Pokemon that, if you would have asked me, hey Kevin, do you think DIALGA is going to be pretty relevant to in the Series 8 game? I probably would have told you no. Back when Series 7 was still a thing, and Series 8 was just a complete mystery to me. But it's actually very strong. It's one of the most used restricted mons right now, and that's simply because it can stand in front of a Kyogre and not care. It can stand in front of a Zacian and not care. It gets so tanky because of its great typing. I mean, we saw how good Duraludon was in like Series 4 and Series 5. DIALGA's pretty much just better Duraludon with more offensive and more defenses. Along with that, I'm sticking Adamant Orb on this thing. It's also a very great Trick Room setter, so I am also writing this as a potential speed control mon. It's not like my main target there, but it is there. We now have access to things like telepathy, so this team is going to have a lot of spread moves, which is, I feel like, is kind of fun. We had Landorus as like spread move like number 1 here with the Earthquake, so we can Earthquake next to our DIALGA and not do damage to it, which is nice. We have the Thunderous here with Discharge. Again, we have a Discquake combination here with these two genies. And we also have the Telepathy on DIALGA, so we don't actually hit ourselves with Discharge. Followed by the Telepathy Finny as well. Which means, one, we don't hit ourselves with EQ. No Discharge, no nothing. We'll see how well this works. I kind of felt like this team didn't really need Misty Terrain. Maybe I'll regret this decision later, but yeah, I didn't want to reduce the damage taken by, the damage dealt with my dragon moves on my DIALGA. So we went Telepathy instead. We have the Incineroar here because Incineroar is Incineroar, and then we have the Grimmsnarl with a little bit more speed control with, the full Incense trick thing going on, and we'll see how well that does. Anyway, that's the DIALGA team. I am hoping that I don't lack damage. That's my biggest concern. I do feel like I have enough damage here, especially since like this DIALGA set is meant to be very, very, offensive. So we'll see how this works. If you guys are excited to see DIALGA here on the channel, go ahead, hit the like button down below. We'll shoot for 125 likes. So we'll raise the like goal because you guys have been destroying the likes on these last couple of videos. And yeah, let's get on to these battles. Game 1 against Daniel, who's bringing a Malamar Yveltal team. Holy triple dark types. Okay, thankfully your team doesn't care about dark types too much. It doesn't actually make a difference to us at all, but they're trying really hard to counter Calyrex-Shadow Rider, huh? We gotta be a little bit careful with our Landorus because of that Milotic. And we also have to be a little bit weary of that Rillaboom for our Finny. Even the Raichu here counters the Thunderous as well. I mean, this honestly isn't the greatest scenario, and I don't even want to bring my Grimmsnarl here because half of their team is dark. So my pranks will have absolutely no effect on any of them. But what I can do is I can lead with DIALGA, I can lead with Incin. No, I can't. No, I can't because my Milotic. Ugh. It's kind of gross. I'm going to have to bring one of my Intimidators, I think. I'll bring Thunderous in the lead just because Discharge isn't the end of the world. We'll give the Raichu the +1, but at the same time, we'll also be able to hit the Sidemon. I'll bring in the Finny anyway, and I'll bring in the Lando anyway. How's that? I think that'll be good enough. That'll definitely be good enough. The good news is we do have Discharge, right? So we at least will be able to hit the Yveltal with something while that Raichu is still on the field. But priority target numero uno is definitely that Raichu. I don't want to have to deal. Gonna send out Milotic, okay. Milotic and Calamari Man. Double sea creature lead. And we got big old dragon plus Discharge. Sounds good to me. I think this is a kind of simple turn here. We'll go for... We can't go for the Wormwind because that'll end up boosting both of their stats. We have to go for moves that boost our own defenses. So we have the option of Quake or Steel Spike. I'm going to go for the Steel Spike there just because it'll get boosted by our Adamant Orb while raising our defenses. I know the defense raise doesn't really make much of a difference right now with what's on the field, but it's our best option. And then we're just going to fire off a Discharge here. Do damage to what we can. We're also burning the Dynamax first turn. I doubt my opponent burns their Dynamax. I think they were just trying to get like a very cheap, Intimidate lead from us, but they're not getting that. Not today. Would have given the Milotic a +2, plus given the Malamar a +1. Jeez, that would have been awful. Thankfully, that's not the case. Let's go for the discharge. Telepathy is going to protect us, followed by hopefully a lot of damage on some Milo. Ooh, that feels nice to see. And the pair on Mr. Calamanero. Okay. Not bad. Oh, misses. Sorry. See how much Steel Spike does? Should clean it off. Okay, Malamar taken care of. Malamar taken care of. With an Ice Beam. This might honestly take us out, sadly. Okay, we take it. Nice. Ooh, Life Orb. We took a Life Orb Ice Beam. That's pretty impressive. I don't have high expectations for Thundurus Therian's defenses. So, living anything will really impress me. Sends out the Yveltal. Oh boy, we are in a prime position. I think we're not going to overthink this too much. We're going to fire off a Steel Spike again into the Yveltal spot this time, and then just go for Discharge. The obvious play for Milotic is to protect, but I'll at least get a Discharge off on the Yveltal. If Yveltal's weakness policy, so be it, right? I'm going to have to end up hitting it eventually. Withdraws Milotic, gonna preserve it. Probably switching the Raichu. It shouldn't matter with our discharge though. We still get the damage off on the Yveltal. How does speed work? Who outspeeds? I'm pretty sure the Yveltal is gonna outspeed my Dialga, just because I'm very, you know, specially offensive. But I'm pretty sure that I didn't go 252 timid. I have a lot of HP investment as well. I didn't completely just forget about my bulk. Alright, big Yveltal. Let's go for the discharge here. Like I said, the Lightning Rod will boost the Raichu, but hey, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. That's okay damage. It's not that impressive, and there is a weakness policy there. Oof. It all depends how much the Steel Spike's going to be doing. Goes for the Max Darkness. Did they go for... They went for the Dialga. Big mistake. Big mistake. Oh, maybe not, because now the Raichu has Fake Out, right? That is not enough damage, sadly. Okay, yeah, Raichu has Fake Out now. I mean, I could take this opportunity to do some swaps here. I'm going to max guard this. Because Actually, no, I have nothing to lose by doing this. I'm just going to go for the Steel Spike again into Yveltal. And take the Hard Swap here. Hard Swap into my Finny? Maybe my Lando. He doesn't want to hit Thundurus with an electric move, so I think I'm pretty safe to go into Finny. But then next turn he just knocks us out, so it wouldn't make too much of a difference. Go into Lando. At least this way, we reduce the fake out damage. And hey, maybe this has Sucker Punch. It could also just be Physical Yveltal, which is weird, but it is a thing. And it can exist. There's a T-Bolt. Got him. Oh, he was going to go just straight T-Bolt into my Volt Absorb, huh? Oh, well, I wish he would have. That would have been great. Alright. No fake outs, which is definitely interesting. I can probably just go in here and then just Disquake, right? What is stopping me right now? Thundurus outspeeds Raichu and Yveltal. They didn't pop a single max airstream yet, so yeah, we could just do that. We just discharge and we just EQ. This should break Raichu down to its Sash. But both of my Pokemon on the field right now are immune to electric, so I'm pretty fine. If Raichu feels like healing, they do. Beautiful. Thank you for healing my Thundurus. Awesome. I mean, granted, at the same time, I'm boosting Raichu's stats, but I think Thunderbolt's the only move this Raichu has. Nice. Discharge is enough to knock out the Yveltal. Ooh, that might have mattered. I'm gonna say that might have mattered. I'm not too sure. But hey, we take those. And now followed by Disquake. Here comes the Earthquake part. And this should be 1 HP Raichu. 1 HP Raichu. Okay. Oh, look at that crit! I don't think that one mattered that much. Raichu's defenses aren't quite there. And regardless, the Sash is a Sash, right? Getting a crit on a Sashmon, I mean, it just feels bad. Sending out my Lodic, but this should be all she wrote. Okay, so far team's working. So far the hit everybody but your allies strat is actually functioning. Not too bad. I'm really impressed. Raichu's gonna protect. This is unavoidable at this point. Just gonna go for the discharge onto the Milo. Should knock out the Milo there. And like I said, it goes all the way back to Raichu not being able to hit our two Pokemon. Unless you got some pocket neutralized gas, I think this should be a GG. But okay. I'm not quite sure what Malamar was doing on this team, if I'm gonna be entirely honest, and I probably shouldn't go for Discharge. Might as well go for Sludge Bomb, right? Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure what Malamar did. Granted, I didn't really give it the chance to show me what it was gonna do, but hey, kudos to you for using Malamar. Not anyone is that brave, Daniel. So, 10 out of 10. Hello, Calyrex. Calyrex Shadow Rider. We do have double dark types on our team, so we should theoretically have a way to deal with it. Sadly, only one of our dark types has a dark type move, and it's not a very strong dark type move. But I mean, I guess we just have to deal with it the hard way. The lucky means that we're going to be bringing our Landers for sure. And the Togekiss definitely means we're going to be bringing our Dialga as well. I think we just go ahead and lead with Dialga and Thundurus? Thundurus walls the Alecki. Let's do Dialga Thundurus, bring in the Landorus in the back, and then maybe an Ensign. I'm feeling an Ensign. Let's do that. We'll see how that treats us. Their team is very... Gotta go fast, gotta hit hard, right? So we'll just let them keep doing that. We'll just try to live everything. And chip away. Like, the point of, like, spread move teams isn't to get straight Okos. It's to chip. And constantly continue chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping. Ooh, double fake out potential. Interesting and different. But I'm not too worried. Because the Pokemon we have on the field right now should be able to deal with both of these guys. Thankfully, we didn't lead with the Landorus. I was thinking about leading with Landorus, but we didn't do it. So here, what we got to do is we got to Wormwind, lower their attacks. I'll Wormwind the Rilla, since I'm a little bit more afraid of Rilla, and I'll Protect. It's true that the Instant can keep doing its swappy thing, but at the end of the day, if it wants to keep swapping, that means it's not attacking me, right? And I could also swap. I have 4 Pokemon to still swap with. Instant only really starts to get annoying when you're down to 2, and it can just keep lowering your stats over and over and over. But as it stands, we're kind of okay here. Common question of the day. Gen 4 hype? Question mark? Or do you think it's a little bit overhype? Do you guys is there anyone out there that dislikes Gen 4? Because I remember back when Gen 3 remakes were a thing, people were super excited for them. And people were like, oh my god, Gen 3 is the best gen. And now people forgot about that. And they're like, oh my god, Gen 4 is the best gen. So hey, maybe you guys have different opinions. Ooh, okay. Smart Protect. He knew that I was going to target that spot. Went for the fake out. Okay, so nothing happens this turn except I get a free -1 on both of their physical attackers. I mean, hey, I'll take that. Definitely take that. What's great news here is I can now rotate my targets onto that Ensign. Go for the Max Wormwind on the Ensign spot. And then Sludge Bomb the Rilla spot. Because of how much damage that Rillaboom just took from a Wormwind through Protect, it has me feeling it's not Assault Vested, so this Sludge Bomb should be it should be more than enough to KO it. Mr. Mustache Genie. Just realized that Thundurus Therian has a mustache. And they all kind of do have some type of cloud facial hair, huh? They're swapping out the Rilla. Interesting. Going into what? Togekiss, you are not going to appreciate this hit. I think they thought that I was just going to keep Wyrmwinding that spot, but nah. I don't make the same moves twice, unless it's the best option. Max Wyrmwind onto the Ensign spot this time around. Gonna be able to half help the Ensign. We'll see now what item it has, whether it has a Assault Vest, Berry, etc. The thing with the Ensign is that it's so tanky, I don't actually know if it has a Assault Vest. That Snarl's gonna get a little bit annoying. It shouldn't change the outcome of this turn, though. Because all we gotta do here is go for the Discharge, which should still be enough to KO the Togekiss. Yeah, definitely. And then we could still just Wyrmwind that instant spot. Let's double check to make sure they don't have any fairy types. Any other fairy types? No, we should be fine to just fire off another Wyrmwind. Okay, cool. Wyrmwind on you, followed by Discharge. We're gonna lose our Dynamax after this turn, but I think it'll be... I think our Dynamax would have done its job, right? Like, we did so much damage to so many of their Pokemon. There's a Discharge, there's a Telepathy to not affect us. Nice, got rid of the Togekiss. It was important that we got rid of Togekiss there, just in case Togekiss went for Follow Me. It didn't go for Follow Me, but it was still very important that we do that. Because we were going for Wyrmwind, and if they follow me the Wyrmwind into Togekiss, that would have been a wasted move. Alright, cool. So even with the Snarl, we get a double KO. We have like a half health Rillaboom that my opponent has in the back. And like none of my Pokemon have taken damage. So I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing pretty good. I gotta say, I really didn't expect DIALGA to do anything this series. Okay, they go Rillaboom and Calyrex. It's a little gross. I'll tell you what, though. I feel like the fake out's gonna happen on the Thundurus, since Thundurus has been showing Sludge Bombs. And Rillaboom doesn't want that. So I'm gonna try to Trick Room here with my full health DIALGA. And then I'm gonna Protect. The reason I'm trying to get a Trick Room off here is because Calyrex is gonna outspeed the world, and it's about a Dynamax. There it is. So at least with my Landorus, with my Instant, I will be able to outspeed the Calyrex, right? I could also, like, intimidate, spam this Rillaboom out of existence. So, like, my primary target is this Calyrex, because Rillaboom's eventually going to become utterly useless. But let's at least try to stay alive for one more turn, right? Now, we just need the Fake Out to go into the Thundurus spot, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool. Predicted that really well. Followed by Max Quake. This is going to hurt, but I think we take it. Believe? Never mind. Never mind. We don't take it at all. Big yikes. Okay. The biggest of big yikes. Alright, let's give my opponent a... Oh no! Calyrex is about to sweep us from the back. This is not great. This is actually very, 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 very bad. Very scary, very terrifying. I needed that Trick Room off. Yeah, we just go Instant, and we got a Parting Shot on that Calyrex over and over. Try to assault that Dynamax as much as we can, get the Intimidate off as well on that Rillaboom. I mean, ideally, I want to get rid of that Rillaboom, like, from existence, but I don't think we can do that as it stands. So I'm just going to go for the Parting Shot on the Calyrex, since Calyrex can only go for a ground move on us. And if they're going to take the time to go for that ground move on the Instant, I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom to at least knock out the Rillaboom there. Ooh, I actually don't think I knock it out anymore. Alright, so I was right. It wasn't Assault Vest. Because I am -1 with my Thundurus. Let's go for another Max Quake. Calyrex is going to take this game, man. This Pokemon is stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just like... It's not even playing the game, and it's playing the game so well. No, it has a +2 now. In special defense, it has a +2 in special attack. Ugh. That's like the best Pokemon my opponent could have had in the back. That Rillaboom protecting makes me so sad as well. Okay. Grassy Terrain's gone. I'm gonna go into Landorus now. At least now I can go for EQs without grassy terrain reducing the damage of EQs. I also gotta make a prediction here. I gotta predict that they're gonna be going for my Thundurus. Just cuz. I'm gonna go for EQ, just cuz. And I'll protect here. Mostly because I don't have protect on Landorus, so might as well try to stall out a Dynamax as long as I can. Big yikes, big yikes, big yikes. Assault Vest doesn't help. No, man. This is so bad. GG, Calyrex. Oh, I love this Pokemon. Well, we tried our best, I guess. My opponent definitely did do a great job saving their last Pokemon, though. Well, if only we got that Trick Room off. This would have been a different story. That Trick Room was so important to the outcome of this game. I can only hope for, like, Discharge Paras. And if for some reason I live this turn, but I don't think I do. GG, Astro Barrage is going to take the game. Honestly, my opponent has earned it. They're using the better Pokemon here. Oh, well. Hopefully... I mean, that's a good calc to know. At least I know I can't live a Max Quake from a Calyrex Ghost Rider, right? Maybe I should try to calc for that, but part of me is starting to think that it's not even possible. Anyway, next battle. That's a Rain Team, and that's a Ludicolo. Okay, I haven't seen Ludicolo in such a long time. Pretty much the fastest Fake Outer in the game, so we got to be a little bit cautious about that, but we can just protect against it. I'm not too concerned. My biggest concern is gonna be stopping that Thundurus. Not Thundurus, Tornadus. I keep doing that. I always confuse Thundurus and Tornadus. I mean, can you blame me? They look the same. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to put a halt to that with the Incin. Incin, Dialga, Thundurus, Landorus is I think the play here. Yeah, I like that. I mean, they could lead with the Indeedee. They could bring the Indeedee to kind of ruin my... Oh, no, they can't stop my Fake Out. Never mind, because Tornadus is flying. Oh, so we're fine. Cool. If they lead with just Kyogre and Ludicolo, that's a little bit problematic. I would have to target down the Ludicolo as much as possible, since I don't really do damage to Kyogre, but at least Kyogre won't really do damage to me as well. Okay, they just went with Tornadus lead. We get the Intimidate off on the Urshifu, which means they can no longer just like easily one-shot Dialga, which is a pretty good sign, I think. I'm gonna go for the obvious play. I have like almost nothing to lose by going for the obvious play. And I'm also going to... Should I Wyrmwind? Let me double check for fairies. No fairies. So I can easily go for a big ol' base 150 Wyrmwind. Raising my defenses doesn't make much of a difference. So yeah, let's just go for the Wyrmwind. We're doubling onto this Thundurus. We're trying to remove the speed control from my opponent's side of the field. That's the Thundurus again. Tornadus! Goes in a Ludi. So that's a Ludi sack right there. The fact that they brought Ludi means that their last mon is Kyogre. So we've effectively we know every single Pokemon my opponent has. Just with that one switch. So I'm kind of happy that we got that kind of information. It's also very intelligent of my opponent to save their speed control. Especially since I just busted my speed control here by Dynamaxing my Trick Room on. But oh well. Let's go for that Fake Out. They're going to go for that CC. It's going to be a -1 CC, so we should be able to take it. Hello? Banded? Much? Okay, Banded Urshi. That's good to know. Ugh. I'm an impish Incin. Like, it has to be Banded Urshi. Okay, whatever. We got rid of our support mons, I guess. I got a crit there. I doubt it mattered. And now that's a -2 Urshi. It has to be Banded, man. Intimidate should have easily wiped the floor with it. At least we know if it's Banded, I can go in with Thundurus and just outspeed it. And now that it has negative defenses and doesn't have Sash, I can just go for an electric move. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's gonna try to outspeed me now. Oh, big yikes, big yikes. Because now he's gonna set up Tailwind, and I'm gonna lose my Thundurus. I can't afford to lose Thundurus. I'll go into Landorus there. I'll go into Landorus. They're gonna CC again. Or maybe a Wicked Blow. I'll just go for the good old, you know, just max Wormwind onto the Urshifu spot. Since I know they're locked onto... Oh yeah, they can't go for Wicked Blow. They're locked, right? We've come to the conclusion that they're banded. So this should just be even better. They're -3 now. They're not doing any damage. Dynamaxing. Hello? What world are we living in? Are they Dynamaxing this Urshifu right here? Yeah, they are. Wow, you never see this. This is a rare instance that you get to see a Dynamax Urshifu. Were they predicting a Max Guard or something? I don't know, but this makes me even happier. Because now they're just -3. They're about to be -4. Oh, this is beautiful. G-Max 1 blow will do no damage. Yeah, look at that. For a Dynamax move, that does no damage. Let's go for the Wormwind now. The fact that they burnt Dynamax there means they're definitely banded. And look how much of a difference that made. Good riddance, Mr. -1 defense Urshifus. And like I said, no sash to be seen. So we did a pretty good job identifying the items. And then all that's left is one measly Kyogre. Kyogre just kind of destroys our Landorus. It doesn't make much of a difference if we swap here, so I think we should just sack the Landorus. Go for the Rock Slide. Just because why not? And then we'll go for Max Quake to end it off. I guess so. We got nothing to lose here. Let's go for Max Quake. Raise our special defense a little bit. Why? You're in Tailwind. You could just sweep me right now. I guess they just want to go for that instead, but we're Soul Vested. We should theoretically eat that up. Okay, good, nice. That was a crit. Come on, man. RNG is trying to define this game for us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's go for the Rock Slide here. The Sash is probably on the Tornadus. Now the Quake, we'll still go through on the Kyogre. I mean, at the very least, we're chipping a little bit away. Look at that. Look at that big difference we just made to Water Spout damage. I'm completely joking, by the way. That's gonna change it from like base 150 to base 149. Alrighty. They're probably just trying to stall out our Dynamax, which I guess is respectable. Let's go for the EQ here, because why not? Actually, I guess let's just keep going for a Rock Slide. And then I kind of want to Roar Time, but at the same time, I'm going to Trick Room. I'm going to Trick Room because I can. Hurricane onto Dialga won't do any damage. Oh no, but it'll do that. It'll do that. Water Spout's going to connect, knock out my Landorus, do half health to Dialga. Jeez, man. Now, I went for Trick Room here simply because I think they got one more turn left to Tailwind. Ooh, he's Life Orb Kyogre. But I smacked myself. Dang, man. Come on. Don't do this to me, TomTom. That might actually be okay, though. No, it's not, because they're going to set up Tailwind again. They have full control of the speed here. That's so bad. I have to Protect. And I have to attempt to Trick him again. I really could have used that, you know, last turn. Do I just go for damage on the Kyogre, though? No, because then it's just going to Origin Pulse me, and my Thundurus will still go down to that. I have to Trick Room. But then they could just not Tailwind. And then I would then underspeed them. Or I just take this opportunity to get rid of Torn. Yes, I'll do that. I'll just take the opportunity to get rid of Torn and Protect. Problem is, they probably just doubled into... Yeah, they just doubled into Dialga there. Dang, that's so sad, man. Oh, that confusion! That was my one turn! That's the one turn I had to... So sad. Oh, and he ends it off on a crit. Not today. Not like this. I got one hope. I got one prayer. That Tailwind Peters, they're just gonna put it right back up. 2 turns of rain. No, I just have to fire off a discharge and hope for the best. Close games though. Yeah, there's the Tailwind. There's the Tailwind. There's the Water Spout. That's a dead Thundurus. I don't have any hope Thundurus can take this. Dang. Talk about smacking yourself in the face with confusion. Oh well. I mean, these were still really good battles. Sadly, the Dialga team didn't perform as well as I hoped. But at the times they did, you know, blunder. At least it was due to Mr. RNG and Mrs. RNG. I don't like them. Sometimes I hate them both. Most of the times I hate them both because they never like me. Anyway, I got a run to go for you guys. If you guys want to try out this team, it's a very good team. I just didn't have a very good day with it. But yeah, gonna go see you in a little bit for this rental. And here you have the Dialga team with every single telepathy and every single spread move I could possibly think of and stick on a team. It's a lot of fun. It's worth trying, and if you don't get hexed, you have a chance of winning. I had a lot of fun with Dialga. I feel like Dialga is still very good. It did still take at least one Water Spout very well for my Kyogre with Life Orb on top of it all. So that's kind of like the thought process behind Dialga, just being able to sit in front of these very meta mons and not care too much. And that's what makes it that strong. That plus Adamant Orb just boosting all of its Dragon and Steel type moves is nice as well. And yeah, that's the team. Double Intimidate came in handy too. Especially when against very physical teams and when against Zacian. We didn't go against Zacian, but having Instant Lando combination is a very strong core to deal with Zacians as well. With that said, I'm Kevin, Pokésports. If you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and do so. Shooting for 125 likes, and I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.